is up, people? It is me doing a Star Wars stream today. I'm going to do a Johnny Depp stream tomorrow, 3 p.m. Here's what happened with Johnny Depp. I just want anybody who's here for Johnny Depp, I just want to tell you real quick. Last night, I found out that there was a conversation with Johnny Depp, and then there was a red carpet live stream with Johnny Depp. And according to the tweet, it said 4 p.m. and 7:30. So I thought it was Eastern time. I thought it was our time. And they didn't specify. I thought the person was from the United States. So I tweeted it out saying, oh, my God, Johnny Depp's going to be live at 4 o'clock. If I stream Johnny Depp stream at 4 o'clock, are you going to watch me or are you going to watch Johnny Depp live? Let's be real. So I better not stream at 4. Maybe I'll do it on Monday. So that's what I thought. To find out it was Dutch time. To find out that the Johnny Depp was live Dutch time. So when I woke up at 12:30, he had already done his interview. It's already over with. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do Johnny Depp shorts this week like I did last week. And I'll show the interview question by question by question. And I'll just break it up that way. So everybody can watch the interview in pieces of Johnny Depp talking about different things, talking about music and acting. And so if you missed it, I'll have it recorded and I'll start tonight. I'll just do question by question by question, and I'll do Johnny Depp shorts. So if you missed anything about the conversation with Johnny Depp, you'll get to see it live. You'll get to see it through my short. Now, the entertainment crew is supposed to be here today. The deal was 2:30 to 4 o'clock. They're running late. I don't know what the hell's going on. But I'm going to talk some Star Wars today. I'm going to do a roll call. We'll do a Johnny Depp live stream at 3 o'clock tomorrow. I don't care who's live streaming. I'm not going to worry about it. I can't worry about every other single channel that's live streaming. I can't do that anymore. I tried to go along with schedules and this and that. I just can't do it. So that's all. I'm just going to do some Star Wars articles today. We're going to go through we'll do some Star Wars stuff. If it was stuck in me top stories, I'm going to go over some stuff. I'm going to do a roll call. Hold on a second. We'll talk about some Star Wars stuff. We'll do some Johnny Depp tomorrow. Let me do a roll call. And let's see who's here. And thanks for being here, even if you just came to support. And he says, hello, my lovely people. Please remember to smash the shiny like button and subscribe buttons. Good to see you, Annie. Hey, Lara B from Italy. Hello, Sean. How are you? Hey, LC. Hey, all. I have my reminder on, and I'm so relieved. Glad Rob's rules and family are safe, not flooded, not tornadoed out. But is this live about Star Wars? Because the topic of we're going to do Star Wars today, and we're going to do Johnny Depp tomorrow, 3 o'clock. That's what I'm going to do, LC. So you know. 3 o'clock tomorrow, I think I'm going to set it. Hello, how are you? Yuli, I hope all is well. Did I miss anybody? Mohammed, I hope I'm saying your name right. Hello there, Billie Jean. Hi, Kay. Hello, the real Pamster is here. A lot of my Johnny Depp people here. Justice for Depp is here. Jenny is here. Megan is here. MMA King is here. What's up? Is that everybody? I think it's everybody. Usually I got a smaller group. The chairman is here. Depp I Save is here. Bruh. What's up, Depp I Save? How are you? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. And I think I caught up. So, I have a Star Wars contingent. Remember, I got the 1,300 subscribers through Star Wars. And then I switched to Johnny Depp. It's going to be hard when I switch again because when this case ends in April, it's like, what do I switch to? What do I talk about? I'm going to have to get a whole new community, right? Because this ends April of 2022. Maybe we talk about it to June of 2022, and then I gotta switch gears, because, Johnny, I'm sure in the summer is going to be doing the Hollywood Vampires. It's gonna be hard. What's up, Chairman? How are you? Hey, JFD, I gotta get you on again. It's been a while. Hey, Mohammed. Hey, Laura B. Yeah, so I mean, I know some people like Star Wars. I know not everybody. Manson, that might be over with. I don't know. I don't know. I will still be with. Yeah, but probably not as many. I don't know. Oh, thanks, MMA King. Rob, I'm sticking to your channel no matter what, Rob. Pam says, do music and entertainment news. It might be appealed, so it could go on for. Yeah, it's true. I got to do something. I'm only doing Star Wars today because it was Star Wars channel. They asked me to come on. I said 2:30. They said 2:30 was fine. They're running late. I really wanted to talk about some things about Star Wars. I love it, but I don't do it too much anymore. So MMA King asked me Star Wars question. I'm going to go. You don't think the Bad Batch was that good? I don't think it was horrible. I think like the ending really got to me. It was very sad. I don't want to ruin it for anybody who hasn't seen it, but the ending was really sad, man. Like episode, like the especially the episode before the last one. That really, man, that really irked me. Not in a bad way. I just felt really sad. I felt very, man, I felt very upset about the whole thing. Like, wow, this is how the clones end, and it was really, really sad, man. It really got me, man. Really got me. That's by Saber, who's has a channel, and so does MMA King. If you haven't checked them out, so I'm sure there'll be a new celeb drama in April 2022 for you, Rob, to talk about, and your channel will continue to grow. Thanks, man. I hope so. I mean, we still got Britney going on, which has been going on for years. We still got Marilyn Manson. I was thinking about going just sports direction because sports is so interesting, and there's always something crazy going on in the sports world. And I was like, wow. And there's a lot of sports celebrities and things they do between drugs and domestic violence and, my God, murder. It's like, I don't believe some things that happen with athletes, even athletes who've retired. I mean, there's a guy named John Wetland. He used to pitch for the New York Yankees as a relief pitcher, and he was a pedo. This guy who was a top-notch baseball player here in America was a pedophile. I couldn't believe when I was reading. Like, I would never think that this guy would be arrested for being a pedophile. Like, my God, it's absolutely credible. But, you're human. So anything can happen. MMA King says the girl Omega was so annoying. I don't know. I don't think she was too annoying for me. Anyway, I don't think I think like when Ahsoka Tano came out from the Clone Wars. God, she was really people. She really got on people's nerves. If you watch the Clone Wars, I don't think Omega was that. I think at first you all feared, but I think it got better as the episodes went along, and I didn't find her as annoying, and I felt her becoming more of a part of them, like a leader, because she seemed to know all about them. Like she watched them as soon as they were born. Like she's an older person, which I found amazing. Like man, she looks like a young kid, she sounds like a young kid, but she's not. She's older than them, which really was amazing to me how they did that. And I really thought that really got me like, okay, this is good. I like that storytelling. I thought that was very good. So I didn't find her character as annoying. JFD says, Rob, I will be supporting your channel. You agree? Well, thank you, JFD. I really appreciate it. I really do. Let me see what else you guys have to say. Sean says, Rob, we could still continue to talk about Johnny after Virginia trial. I'm sure he'll have some more movies coming out that we could all talk about, live streams, hopefully. Sean, I don't think he's going to. I think what's going to happen is he's going to focus on his music. I really think at this point that he's going to focus on the Hollywood vampires. He's going to go on tour. I think he really wants that. And I think he's really going to focus on maybe he'll direct, maybe he'll write a movie and he'll do a cameo. I don't know. he might just be done with Holly. He might have had enough. He feels that they boycotted him. Even though he knows he has the support of fans, I think at this point he is he's just too annoyed with Hollywood. I think he's had enough. I think, he's like, listen, I'm going to pack it in. I'm just going to focus on my tour next year, because I think after the case, it's what he's going to focus on is touring. And then, he may just write movies. He may direct movies. He may just cameo. He may just do a live stream, like a live streaming service. I don't know if so much he's going to do movies anymore. And that's just my thought. I'm sorry, my nose is so itchy here. That's my thought on that. That's what I think. So, Pam says, honestly, Larry, I feel the same. She should be made a full example of anything less. That is not justice. I think you're talking about Amber. Oh, yeah, you are. You will not be satisfied until you see her in jail. I'll be honest. I was hoping that someone would catch her drinking and driving, man. She's out with wine with Eve Barlow. I didn't finish the video. And she looked like she was drunk. And if you're driving drunk, that's an offense. You should not be driving drunk. So, yeah, I think that's... it's funny. It's turning into a Johnny Depp stream right now. Well, listen. Either way, I'll talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. How about that? Rob, I can't blame Johnny Depp if he wants to ditch them all. I can't either. I can't. At this point, if you want to ask a Star Wars question or you want to ask a Johnny Depp question, I'm just going to make it an open stream at this point. I don't know if my guests are coming. They wanted to do Star Wars. They might come at 3 o'clock. So for now, we're going to just open it up to either Johnny Depp or, since most of the contingent is Johnny Depp here, than Star Wars. It seems to be the way I guess I should go. But if you want to ask me a Star Wars question, we'll talk about it. If you want to talk about Johnny Depp, we'll talk about it. If you want to talk about Brittany, we'll talk anything you want. I'm going to open it up now. If my guests do come, I will change the stream to talk about it with them. But since they're not here, I'm going to make it about you guys. So let's just open up to whatever you want. Anyway, I like Star Wars. I've seen them all. Listen, I think if you haven't seen it, you've really missed out. I was really hoping that Johnny would have done Star Wars, but I don't think that's happening now. I don't think either one of them is going to be. So that's just how I feel. I don't think that either one of them will be. I don't. Amber's not going to be with Disney. That's for sure. She's pushed the envelope too much at this point. And I don't know about Johnny. If Virginia changes anything, rumor has it that they're going to kill Captain Jack Sparrow. I don't know how true that rumor is. Sorry, my dog is dancing. I don't know. Devil's Angel says, evening, afternoon, Rob and friends. Glad to see you all safe. Yeah, I'm happy too. We got very lucky. The tornado, which did land here, I'm just going to tell you, it landed north of here. And it went north. So we're like here, and it landed, and thank God it went straight. Had it turned, we would have been in big trouble. But it went straight. But what this caused, was everything was flooded. Streets, roads, highway, everything was flooded. So I couldn't get anywhere. I couldn't get to work. The most I could have got to was the grocery store, if they were even open. But there was so much flooding. And some towns were crippled. I mean, like their houses, everything was crippled. So we're fortunate that didn't happen. Thank God, because I don't know what we would have done. I don't know. I mean, the highest in this building I go is the 4th floor. But, if there's no way out, and where do you go? What do you do? Thank God that because I can't get to the roof here. I wouldn't know what I'm going to have to talk to them. What would be the evacuation plan if we do have a flood like that ever again? What happens if the flood comes here? Where we go? So thank God that didn't happen. We got very lucky. That's why I did a video showing you guys, if you haven't seen it, what Ida did do to New York and New Jersey, and it was absolutely no joke. It's the most rain we've ever had in the state, ever. Lily says, K, no, it's called Weird Art Stuff, and there's a flower. Okay, I'm not quite sure what you guys are talking about. Sean said, what if a big movie studio starts offering him roles again after the Virginia trial? Then I think he'll take it. But I don't think he's going to bank on that. I wouldn't either. If I'm him, here's what I'm banking on. I'm going to go see my buddies. I really want to play music because that's Johnny's love. I think that in his opinion, he's thinking, I really, really want to do my music. I really want to tour. I really want to go on with the Hollywood Vampires. I miss Alice. I miss Joe. I want to go tour. And I think that's his main goal after the case. I think he's going to focus on the case. Then he's going to focus on that. And then you know what? If they offer him roles, I'm sure he'll take it. If they don't, he's going to say, fuck you. I don't care. And that's going to be his attitude. And, I know Megan said she agrees with me. I think that's exactly what's going to happen. Cases, I love the old stuff. I don't love the new ones. I hate to say it. I do like the stuff I do like the Mandalorian, what they do. If you haven't seen it on Disney Plus, I like it. I've enjoyed the Bad Batch. I enjoyed the Clone Wars. I have enjoyed what they have done on Disney Plus. I haven't enjoyed everything, but I am thankful that I've gotten more than the first 6 movies. I wanted more. I craved more. I was hungry for more, and they've done it. And I am very happy and grateful that we've got more than nothing. So I'm happy. Others might not be. I did not like the 3 movies, but it doesn't mean that I don't like everything. There are things I do like. I love The Mandalorian seasons 1 and 2. I loved it. I love the Clone Wars season 7 they put out. I love the Bad Batch. Was very good. Wasn't the greatest, but it definitely wasn't the worst of them. So I enjoyed it. It could have been better, but overall, not bad. Not bad. Loved Rogue One, one of my favorite Star Wars movies. It's up there. It's like the top 3. So, Justice with Death says, I am good. I made it to Friday on the 3rd, which would be my mom's birthday. Did I miss something? God, I don't want to think the worst. Your mom's still alive, right? Did I miss something? If it's your mom's birthday and she's alive, then I wish her happy birthday. If she's not, then I'm sorry. I'm just not sure, Justice for Death. I don't really know your history too well. Let me see. I'm gonna try to catch up with you guys. I'm way behind here. Whoa, I'm way behind. You commented a lot. Mandalorian, yes, the Mandalorian was amazing, and that scene with Luke was off the hook. It was that scene when Luke Skywalker comes back in the Mandalorian was absolutely, oh my God! Some people cried over it. I saw reaction videos. I saw people crying. It was amazing. It was absolutely amazing.
Hey, what's up?
What's up? How are you?
Good. How about you?
Good. I'm just answering people's questions about Johnny Depp and Star Wars. And as you can see, MMA King says The Mandalorian was amazing.
I agree.
Laura B says, what was wrong with the last Star Wars? A lot. The last...
Are they talking about the sequel trilogy?
I think the movies. So I'm going to say the last Star Wars, if you mean the last 3 movies, they didn't care about the originals. They didn't respect the original characters. They had no plan. They almost destroyed everything that we've loved about the franchise. Um, and that hurt. That hurt a lot of people, like myself, because it was. Listen, I know we can't live forever. I understand it's a war. Making people die is totally acceptable at this point. Totally acceptable. But have a plan. They kind of winged it. They kind of did their own thing, and their goal was to wipe out everything and just say, well, it's now our Star Wars. And that's not what people wanted. They wanted at least 3 more movies, even if our characters died, but do it in a way that's respectful. They made them all losers. Like everybody was a failure. Everybody who was a success became a failure. When it was first that every character was like a failure. Like Leia was the only one that was successful when it started. Luke was a farm boy. Han was like a smuggler, like a thief. And they became heroes. They became a somebody. They became legends. And what they did is they killed these people. They made Luke a hermit and a loser. They made Han and Leia's a failed marriage. And they made Leia's, army weak and a failure. And that's, I don't know what you're thinking. By the way, this is Luke from the Entertainment Crew. I just want to introduce him. He has a channel. They're called the Entertainment Crew. They have a great channel. Their editing is on point. They do a lot of what ifs. They do a lot of tiers listings. I think you guys will enjoy it if you haven't checked them out. So Luke, let me get your opinion. Laura B says, "What is wrong with Star Wars? What is your opinion on it?"
Like, what specific Star Wars are we talking about here?
Let's say sequel trilogy. What was your issues with the sequel trilogy?
Oh, okay. I thought you said prequels. Sequels. All right. My personal opinion, the sequels. I mean, you kind of brushed up on it pretty good, but the sequels kind of ruined the foundation of what George Lucas had created. Because you got some like background noise going on there. But so one thing that I really disliked is in episode 9 when they brought back Palpatine, because if you think about it, Vader kind of his redemption. You know what I'm saying? Like he was redeemed, and you know, yep, neither can I ever make. But he had his redemption. But Palpatine coming back, it's like Rey kind of took it from Vader. Like, oh, I'm gonna be the one to kill Palpatine or something like that. It just why did they bring Palpatine back when the whole point of the 6 movies was that Vader was supposed to redeem himself, Anakin Skywalker was supposed to be the chosen one and bring balance, just for him to still be alive. What's the point of that? Why would they do that? It's dumb.
That's a great point.
I bet
that's a great point.
Fans could have made something better than that. Like, come on. You know what I mean? So, what it is, but I think we should just forget about it. That's just one reason alone. I mean, there's a lot more, but that one in itself just kind of pisses me off. You know what I mean? So,
yeah, I agree. I think that J.J. Abrams had a plan. Snoke was gonna Snoke. I think I always say Snoke, but it's Snoke. Snoke was supposed to be the big bad, and he wasn't. Johnson, because here's what happened. One person has a dream and has a vision, and then that person says, "Well, you're only going to do one movie, but it's trilogy." So then they thought, "Oh, we'll get another person to go a route. We'll get your story." So that second person, Rian Johnson, who destroyed what J.J. Abrams was setting up, and even though it wasn't perfect, he had a setup for a middle movie, and the middle movie did not seem like a middle movie. It seemed like an ending. Like picture Pirates of the Caribbean, and it's the third movie, and it feels like the end. And that's exactly what was wrong. And so Jake came back and said, "Listen, I'm going to finish what I started." because this guy came in, he killed my character. He almost destroyed everything I set up. I've got to finish. I'm going to work around it. I'm going to find a way to make it work. And he did the best he could with what he had. So I didn't hate the movie, but I wasn't thrilled. I hated the ending. I despised the ending of this with a passion. I literally despised it. I hated the ending. Couldn't stand the ending. I think what they could have done, in my mind, again, I've always said this about it, they could have made Rey turn to the dark side. Sidious says,
yeah. I remember you talking about that.
right, because Sidious says, if you kill me, my essence is going to flow into you, because he knew how to make his spirit travel. Because he studied a lot of the dark side. He studied a lot of his past, because, again, past is important. You need your past to make the present and have a future. So I thought, wow, how awesome would it have been if they made Palpatine die, and she thinks, oh, this is it, and she sees Luke and Leia, and she buries the lightsabers in her honor, and she turns around and said, and hear his laugh, and says, no, I'm Rey Palpatine, and kills the woman, and now, burns the Luke's home, and I would have been like, what the hell? And then it would have been Finn who had to take on Rey for another trilogy, and they could have continued their story, and they could have made Luke in it and Leia, and they could have made like the ghosts try to train Finn. Yoda, I think it would have been fantastic. But instead Rey Skywalker.
Yep.
I thought it would have been great, because then seeing the dark side Rey, which we see, would have been who she would have became, because of Palpatine. She was his granddaughter, and his essence carried on. And or they could have made that she was told her father was dead, but he wasn't, and she finds out that he's alive, and she joins him, and he becomes Palpatine or something. It went that way, and she turns anyway, and Finn's got to stop him now, and maybe he gets Broom Boy, and he finds others, and he trains them, and makes his own Jedi people to go against Palpatine. And they could have had a war. They could have had a bunch of Sith go against the Ruler too, and they could have really made it good. And again, it's just another thing I think is wrong with what happened with the last Star Wars. What do you think of that, Luke? I mean, that would have been my what if.
Are you asking how I think it would have gone? How I think it should have played out? Or?
Yeah. How do you think it should have played out?
I think if we were gonna have a sequel trilogy, personally, in my opinion, people may disagree. I don't really care. But I don't think that we should have had any of the original trilogy characters in there. I think we should have explored okay, so I think the sequel should have been years after the originals. We don't see Luke, we don't see Han, we don't see Leia. We have something new. We have this whole new thing going on, and it's something original, something fresh, and it kind of goes like that. I was hoping for something like that, but let's say, because the actors, again, they do want to do something with the original characters. The original characters, Leia, Han, and Luke, didn't even get to see each other throughout that whole trilogy. They didn't get to meet up again. Chewie, Leia, no one got that. Why wouldn't they think to do that? Why did, what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense that they wouldn't make that at least happen if they were going to bring all the characters. Now it can never happen. You want to know why? Carrie Fisher's dead. They messed it up. They messed it up. They messed up a lot of things, but I would have liked to see the gang back together, and not the First Order, not the Resistance, something new, dude. Not the same rehashed version of the original trilogy. So, yeah, so something along those lines, and we didn't get any of that. I wasn't very satisfied with anything with these movies. So
yeah. Oh, by the way, Sean, we're getting an Obi-Wan TV show. It's supposed to come out, I think, next year. They're filming it. They might be finishing production as we speak. It's going to be on Disney Plus. So, will we ever get an Obi-Wan starring Ewan McGregor? He is in it. They did announce it. It was done at a convention, I think, last year. or 2 years ago. So yes, you are getting an Obi-Wan movie starring Ewan McGregor, and it's going to Disney Plus, not out in the theaters. And I think it's a 4-part series. It was supposed to be 6, but then they changed it to 4 and whatever. But I know they're filming it. He's in it. Hayden Christensen is in it. He's going to play Darth Vader. It should be exciting. Everybody wants it. So yeah, it'll be on Disney Plus, just to let you know. And it'll probably be in 2020. The next thing Star Wars is
I'm
doing.
surprised he didn't hear about that. I'm surprised he never heard about that before.
Yeah, I'm surprised too. But just to let you know, yeah, he's in it, and he will. That's happening. And they're doing Star Wars Visions. I think it's happening this week or next week. It's kind of an anime. I'm not into
Oh,
anime. I'm not an anime person. I don't know if
yeah.
Luke is. You, Luke, are you an anime kind of guy?
I personally, I'm not. I'm not. My interests aren't really into anime. I mean, I guess I could see the appeal. And there's some shows that I was recommended by people where it's like, this is good. You should try it out. It was Attack on Titan, something like that. And I was like, okay, that's not, it's not a bad show. But I personally, I like spending my time doing other stuff. I like doing other stuff like sports and my friends, just stuff like that. I would rather do something else than anime. But it's not. I don't hate it. You know what I'm saying? But it's just not my thing. Really.
Yeah, anime is not really my thing. But the next thing I'm really looking forward to, and I think you guys should cover, because you're more Star Wars than I am. I do it in a while just because I do have people here who do like it, even though it's not the major contingency.
Yeah.
Um, is the Book of Boba Fett. For those who don't know, the Book of Boba Fett's going to be on Disney Plus in December. It's done filming. What are your thoughts on the Book of Boba? Are you excited? Are you not? Do you think it's what you thought?
I think that the Book of Boba Fett is going to be kind of. I have a lot of hopes for it, and it could actually be better than Mandalorian. To say it can be. So I have a lot of predictions for this. One of the predictions is, he obviously takes Jabba's palace. He kind of things, but then he gets challenged because I'm pretty sure people tried to challenge Jabba. He's not just going to take the throne and no one is ever like, okay, let's just let him take it. There's going to be a few people probably fighting him for it. And then he's got that girl. What's her name? What's that girl that goes with him? That sniper chick in Mandalorian. You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
I
Hold
don't
on a
know her
second.
name.
Hold on a second. I'm going to be right back because I'm getting a little bubbly from you, so I have to go in and out. I'll be right back 1 second, okay?
Oh yeah,
Let me put this up. I'll be right back.
Boba looked fat in that suit. He did look fat. I remember one thing I don't understand is why was Boba Fett kind of mediocre in the original trilogy, but then in Mandalorian he kind of just was able to like shoot everyone down. Like he was just able to be a beast. Like I don't understand that. Like I
Well,
don't know.
I think what was silly, like everybody loved that. Like at first, when you look, hey, dog, my dog is going crazy and trying to get my attention. At first, right? We will, Lily. Hold on, I'll get to you in a minute, Lily. I see Lily's commenting. I definitely want to talk about what she's asking, because I
Okay.
want to try to get to everybody's comments here. The thing is, when he came to the Mandalorian, right? He was just like boom, 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 boom. What I don't understand is when you're in a war, would you just charge? I have a gun. No, you're gonna hide behind rocks and seek cover. You're not just gonna run at somebody who's shooting at you, right? Like that was so unrealistic to me. Maybe he shoots a couple of guys who are just standing element of surprise. But when guys are coming up, do they just keep running and keep their blaster down and let you shoot them? Or do they like hide and try to shoot? I'm sorry, I would hide behind rocks or whatever shelter I could find and then
Yeah.
fire away. If the guy's shooting at my people, I'm not just going to run up a hill like, hey, let me keep running. You could shoot me easily. I thought that part was so silly. I don't know.
Yeah, it was too easy for him. It was too easy.
Yeah.
I agree with that. I mean, it's badass, but
Yes, we're going to get into this too. And yeah, we're going to get into all this. Hold on. Well, Jabba the Hutt, he died in Return to the Jedi, Lara B. So, basically what happened is, if you don't know, if you didn't see The Mandalorian, the end scene Bib Fortuna. Bib Fortuna was the guy who was like the translator for. He's the guy who had these long horns.
Yeah,
He
second command, kind of a little bit.
Yeah, he translated for Jabba in Return of the Jedi. If you remember, he's like Luke Skywalker was there because Luke used the Force on him to get in. If you remember the movie, so he took over. He was the big gangster. But when he sees Boba, he's like, "Oh shoot, hey Boba!" You're kissing his ass, and Boba's just like blows him away. He doesn't even care. He doesn't had no mercy. Boba had no mercy. He didn't care, and that makes sense because Bib Fortuna's a coward, and that totally makes sense. So, but Jabba the Hutt. Will they bring him back if they do something in the past, maybe? But I don't see that happening. Lily, and I'll get to Steve in a minute. Lily asks, can we talk about how fucked up it was that Luke and Princess, I think she should Leia were related. She meant Leia, but it came at Layla. uh, so, how fucked up was it? What are your thoughts? Do you think it was fucked up that they were related?
Well, did they bang or?
Well, they did kiss. Don't forget the kiss scene.
Okay, I think people are freaking out. I think people are like, "Oh, bro, they kiss, man. They're gonna get some babies." No, no. I think it was a little bit weird, yeah, but I mean, it's not like they banged. It's not like they, did anything too extreme. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, they didn't know. You could say, "Oh, they didn't know at the time," so it's not that messed up. Obviously, it is, but if they banged, okay, that would have been like what she's saying, like actually met fucked up. You know what I mean? But I don't know, whatever, man. We can excuse it.
Yeah, to
I mean, but
me,
no, man. If my sister was Leia, it'd be hard for me to stay away as well. So
I think here's what happened. In Return of the Jedi, there was one thing George should have left out when she said, "Oh, I knew it somehow. I knew it all along." He should have cut that line out because of the Empire Strikes Back. But I think he forgot
yeah,
about
that's
the
true.
yeah
That's
he forgot about the Empire Strikes Back. So
mm,
George, he kind of fucked up his series a little bit by doing that, and the prequels sort of messed up some things. So I think George wrote it, but he didn't clearly say, "Oh, wait a minute, I forgot I put this in the other movie. Now, wait a minute, that goes against what I wrote here. I got to change." So he kind of messed up a little bit because he forgot about what he did. So he made the movie, and it's like, oh man, it's too late. I screwed it up. I put the movie out there. I should have caught that. He should have. He kind of messed it up. What I would have done was been like, I would have had her look back like, "Oh my God, Luke, I don't," and then I would have said, "Oh my God, Luke, I didn't mean anything. I didn't know. I didn't know." I'd be like, "I didn't know either." If I knew, I would have
yeah,
never done what we did on Hoth. And I know it feels a little creepy, but can we hug it out or something like I would have done that to make it seem like, "Oh my God," but I'm like, listen, we didn't know. We didn't know. So that would have been great, but he didn't do that, and I think he totally forgot, in my opinion.
yeah,
So
because you could tell in the uh like episode 5 to episode 6, you should even have caught that. Like when she said, "I knew," that you're like, you know what I'm saying? The prequels weren't even out. Like I don't know. He could have caught that. He could have caught that.
yeah, would you do? Let me ask you, because now that was a great point that Lily brought up. Would you do what if Luke and Leia were not related? Would you do a what if based on that?
Well, if they weren't related, let's just say there's a triangle going on there.
Would you do it? Would you think of doing a video?
If people want me to do the video on it, we can get spicy, dude. We can get spicy.
I think it's good. He does a lot of what ifs videos, and I think that would be a fantastic thing. What if Luke and Leia were not related? I think that
I have something similar for you dudes. If you guys like the idea of Padme and Obi-Wan, go check out the channel.
yes, it was very good. His channel, by the way, is Entertainment Crew. It's not Luke. That Luke is
Yeah,
his
that's
name.
just yeah.
He's called the Entertainment Crew.
Yep.
There's another guy, but he couldn't make it, I guess. So
Yep.
anyway.
And there's gonna be a part 3 to it, by the way. I still got third part
Oh,
coming up.
nice. I'll be watching. I'll be watching.
Yep.
Steve Cass asks, Gina Carano character, the one who was rumored to be fired and then not be fired. Okay, There's a guy named Drunk 3PO who actually went to dinner with Gina Carano and interviewed Gina Carano. And if you haven't
Oh
checked out,
man,
if you haven't
what a luck!
checked out, yeah, if you haven't checked him out, his name is Drunk 3PO. He has about 49,000 or 48,000 people. If you catch him, he did a video with him at dinner, one-on-one with Gina Carano, which was absolutely incredible. I thought that was amazing because I would love to be with a celebrity one-on-one. That'd be awesome. He had dinner with her, and he also interviewed her one-on-one. So if you want to check him out, I strongly suggest to check out Drunk 3PO channel. Look for Gina Carano. He had dinner with her and the interview, and you will love it. So you missed out if you didn't. It's still there. It's still on this channel. So make sure you go check him out. And if you do, let him know I sent you there. Let him know. So check out Drunk 3PO on Gina Carano, and check out the Entertainment Crew because he's got a great channel too. Oh my God! I shared a birthday with Peter Mayhew, and I found out the year he died. Yeah, I did a video, a tribute to Peter Mayhew. I did a video on it. It did pretty good at the time. It was really sad to see that he died. I think it was a year after Carrie Fisher died. I was very upset about it. I remember I was at the gas station getting gas, and I was so upset that day. Man, that day really hurt. I was very upset to find out his death. It really got me. It really got me. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Sean B says, I know Obi-Wan streaming series is on Disney Plus, but could we still bet a Obi-Wan movie as opposed to a streaming series at some point in the future if enough people watch the Disney Plus series? I don't think so. I'll tell you why. Because this is supposed to take place. It takes place between Revenge of the Sith and Star Wars: A New Hope. And we all know that Obi-Wan dies in A New Hope, that Vader kills him, and only his spirit lives on as a Force ghost. I don't think they'll be doing anything else. They've done the prequels. I don't see them, because I don't know where else they could go unless they do a Clone Wars Obi-Wan, or while Obi-Wan was training with Count Dooku, which I don't know they could do either, because Christopher Lee, who played Count Dooku, has died. He died a while ago. He was 95, God bless him. I don't see them doing. I don't see it. Let me see what Luke. What do you think? Do you see them doing an Obi-Wan movie?
No, if they're gonna do a TV show, they wouldn't waste their time doing a movie because they already have a TV show coming out. It's one or the other. It's TV show or movie, and they already picked TV show to help their Disney Plus. So they ain't gonna be a movie.
Lily says, I thought that they had no. Luke and Leia did not.
Whoa, dude, she's getting a little bit. Whoa, calm down, man. And come on out of the gutter, dude. Come on.
No, Lily. They did. What they did was in The Empire Strikes Back. She kissed him to make Han jealous. Because I don't know. I guess Han was being a jerk, and she got really mad. So she said, "Okay,
Listen,
you can."
in my personal opinion, Han, he was justified. He's like, listen, I gotta go settle my debts, and she kept, oh, stay, 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 and he's like, okay, I'll stay, only if you admit that you want me to stay and that you know that you like me. And she was denying it. You know how the girls are, man. They're denying it. Oh, I don't really, man. I don't really. So he's like, okay, this is what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So that's what was going on there. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah. If you haven't checked out MMA King, if you like fighting, like UFC, or anybody who's into UFC or boxing or fighting, this guy's got a great channel. So please check out MMA King. You got to leave. All right, I'll talk to you later, man. Take care. Good to see you, MMA. That's why I stopped. Thanks for stopping by. Steve says, all they did was kiss, and it was obvious the kiss was done to make Han angry. Yes, it was. The movies never implied Luke and Leia had. No, they did. No. No. Sean says, if Luke and Leia were not related, then them kissing would probably feel a lot less weird. Yeah. Yeah,
well,
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I said if he does a lot of good what ifs, like what if this happened, what if that happened, which he said. I'm hoping he does one based on this because I think it would be awesome. I'd love to see where his brain goes with it. He's
honestly
very good.
My brain is going to an R-rated section, so I don't know how this is going to play out. we'll have to see. I'm not sure, honestly, at the moment. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm sorry it's so dark here. It's maybe that's better. I'll just hold the phone. I don't know. I guess that yeah. Hopefully that's enough lighting. Sorry about that. By the way, Kay says, Luke, it's nice to see you. That's very nice. Anybody else? No. No. Okay. Good. All right. So no one else has a question. So Luke, I guess we got some time. Have you got time? Could you stay?
I'm good, man. I'm good. We
All right.
planned this out. I didn't mean to be late. I was trying to get my boy Shad up in here, but he ended up being busy and stuff like that. So I'm like, all right, I'll just hop on.
All right. Cool. Well, if you didn't come, I was just going to stream by myself. But there was an article that came out the other day. Well, not maybe not the other day. It says a month ago, but I never covered this. So I wanted to cover it with you, see what your thoughts are. It said, "How did Palpatine survive after Return of the Jedi?" It was 1 month ago, and I was interested. Do you want me to go through it?
Yeah, you can do it.
Okay, so I now for those of you who've seen the sequel trilogy and those of you who've seen Return of the Jedi, the last one, you'll realize that Palpatine was in the last movie, which was Rise of Skywalker, and everybody asked, how did this guy survive? How could this guy? And we didn't get an answer in the movie. The movie never explains how he comes back in a clone's body. So, I'm gonna read a little bit about it because it's kind of weird. Um, I'm just gonna skip through the BS. I just want to, because they tell us stuff we already know. So it says it began with her grandfather's clone, Snoke, which through Luke, Kylo Ren, etc. Right, okay, yeah, we got that. But I want to read why about him. Did they say anything? Or is this just a stupid article? Hold on. Okay, as plans were being executed to wipe out the old empire. Okay, so let me get into that because some people are going to be confused. There was an operation called Operation Cinder, and if any of you played Battlefront 2 on the PlayStation, you'll know this. If you haven't, let me explain. Basically, Operation Cinder, Palpatine felt that if I'm going to die and my empire is going to die, then everybody deserves to die. So he made these robots, I guess, and he recorded things. So each robot has certain things, and they were watching over to make sure that everybody carried out his final orders. And basically, he had that on these satellites, and his goal was to turn these satellites, like mess up the weather, which would destroy the planets. And that was his goal: lightning and thunder and floods and this and that. And he wanted to just destroy everything and everybody. He wanted to destroy the rebellion, the empire. So that's where the Battle of Jakku comes in. I got to be here. So that's where the Battle of Jakku comes in. So basically, Jakku is the planet that Rey is on, and that we first see in the first movie, this first sequel trilogy. So that's why you see all the starships there. You're like, why is the starship here? Basically, the battle happens in space, and basically it ends. I'm not going to describe the whole thing, but you could watch just a YouTube it Battle of Jakku, and you'll understand. Basically, the rebels sink the ships, but the goal was to get everybody on the surface, and then it was going to cause. It was going to. He had these laboratories. So basically, the laboratory in Jakku was going to explode. He was going to make it like destroy the core of the planet, have the rebels fight the Empire, an all-out war on Jakku, and blow up the entire planet, and everybody would die. And that was his goal. His goal was to destroy everybody. Both armies were going to die. That was his final goal. And these people were stupid enough in the Empire to carry out some of his goals. They were stupid enough. And that was his goal, but it didn't go as planned, and the rebels were able to find out what his plan was and stop it. And there was somebody in the Empire who knew the plan, and they got betrayed. So they decided, well, guess what? I'm going to stop this from happening because you guys are all insane. And they helped the rebels to stop the planet from getting destroyed and everybody getting killed, and they stopped the Empire. And I think the Empire goes into hiding. They come up with a truce. They're like, listen, we can't fight anymore. You know, you guys are you outnumber us. You're overwhelming. So they make a truce with the rebellion, and they wind up going to hiding, and it winds up becoming the First Order. You know, and that's what happens. That's the whole story. That's the whole gist of it. And he becomes a clone on this planet called Exegol. And Palpatine is able to somehow, through studying, it's called the dark side alchemy, kind of like witchcraft. Think of witchcraft. And he's able to when he's getting thrown down the shaft, to transfer his soul out from his body to an existing body. And so he had worshippers on this planet called Exegol, and they were trying to create clones because clones exist. Remember the whole cloning system, the whole Return of the Clones, Attack of the Clones. So he took that technology, he gave it to his disciples, and basically they were trying to clone him. But what they came up with was those Snoke clones. So his essence was being transferred into them, but those clones were just not strong enough. And that's basically the story of how he survived, how he was able to keep going, because he didn't want to die. He never wanted to die. He always tried to find a way, like, well, when my body is deceased, how can my soul exist? How could I not just vanish to a spirit? How could I find afterlife? And this is what he was studying. And he was studying this through old Sith who wrote things down, to his old master Plagueis, and this is what he did. This is how he, according to this is how he survived. I don't know what you think of all that, Luke, because you had a problem with Palpatine even being in the movie. So how do you feel about the story that they're giving about his spirit and essence transferring, and how do you feel about all that?
I think it's a bunch of BS to cover up bringing him back is what I think it is. I think all of it is a bunch of, like, oh, we have to make this grand, spectacular way of him coming back. So let's throw all this shit in here. Let's make all this happen, and this happen, and this happen. And I'm sorry, it just seems boring to me. The way it happened, it just seems like they were so desperate to find a way to get him back into this. They created this mess of a thing. I don't support it, and I think I think you could tell they're trying to make it over the top to make it seem like cool. Oh man, he's back. You know, it's so far fetched though, even for Star Wars, and it just seems like a bunch of rubbish to get him back into the scene. That's personally what I think about it. I don't know.
Yeah,
That's just my opinion. I don't know. Maybe some people think it's cool, but I'm good on that. Yeah.
So they say it here, because I'm reading it. This is from Den of Geek. They said the closest we have to the answer is a story of Palpatine tells Anakin in Revenge of the Sith, his former master, who could manipulate midichlorians to stop those he loved from dying. Darth Plagueis grew so powerful that he could help anyone cheat death except himself. At some point during his rise to power, Palpatine murdered Plagueis and became the new Dark Lord of the Sith, right?
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
While Palpatine tells Anakin later in the movie that he hasn't completely uncovered the secrets of Plagueis' powers, it seems that the Emperor did eventually learn how to resurrect himself at some point. This particular story is yet to be completely told, so it's hard to really say how the Emperor preserved. Well, you know, again, this article is not exactly the newest, but Sith loyalists, that's what they were called. He called them Sith loyalists on Exegol. So at some point, they said the Emperor also amassed a cult following them on Exegol, calling themselves the Sith loyalists, who covered themselves in black, included their faces. This cult is known as the Sith Eternal, and they appeared before Star Wars canon. And they did. I didn't know that. Oh, there was a story called Aftermath by Chuck Wendig. I didn't read any of the books, so I couldn't tell you.
Same. I'm not really a book reader too much myself.
So he said they're called the Acolytes of the Beyond, which I did. It's funny, I did a video on that a long time ago. A group of dark side worshippers who acquire Sith artifacts such as Darth Vader's old lightsaber for mysterious purposes. Later, the same group committed a series of terrorist attacks against the New Republic in the Rise of Skywalker. They return as part of a bigger group of worshippers protecting the ultimate Sith prize, the Dark Lord himself. So there you go. Basically, that's some of it I didn't know, actually. So they were called the Acolytes of the Beyond. They were a cult of Sith dark side worshippers who collected Sith artifacts, and then they became this big group called the Sith Eternal, and they were able to bring back Plagueis. Sidious. So, that's how they resurrected him. And his spirit, he transferred his spirit. I mean, that's, I don't know. That's he said, if it's the article I read, I went through it so much BS that this is the story. And what they're trying to do is, and Lara B asked earlier, what is wrong with it? Well, you need comic books to fix the story. You need books that people have to go out and buy. And is it a money grab, a cash grab? Probably. But it's also horrible writing. It's lazy writing.
Yeah.
I'm going to get to the comment section, but go ahead, Luke. You can get your thoughts on the whole thing, what you think about all that.
Yeah, I agree. I just think it's lazy writing, and I wish they put people like Star Wars Theory. You saw what he did with his fan film.
Right.
Even though, like, obviously he was limited, it was pretty entertaining. People liked it, and I just think people like Star Wars Theory, maybe throwing Drunk through PO Dude to get Rob up in there, man. Like, imagine if they all were there. They would make something amazing. I would have full, like, I know these dudes are gonna make something good. Like, they're gonna make something creative and something way better than they're doing. And it's all the lazy writing, and the lazy writing is because they're like, oh, it's Star Wars, we're gonna get money anyway, so why does it matter what we make? That's their mindset, which obviously it's pretty stupid, because if you want to get the money, then you have to make stuff that'll keep people interested. But you're full. The whole point, the whole like downfall of them is their full drive is for the money. What Lucas was doing is he was doing it because he wanted to make it. He wanted people to enjoy his work, and that's the reason that Disney's failing right now. They're not doing so good. Mando is because they actually have people that grew up like watching Star Wars. Jon Favreau, and then Dave Filoni. They really love Star Wars. They're passionate about Star Wars. You can tell they are. You can tell by the work. But the sequels, bunch of man-childs, man. They're fighting over what's going on and stuff like that. And it's all about the writing, dude. It's all about the passion. It's all about that kind of stuff. The drive, what drive you exactly, and it shows. It shows. All right. So I think it's pretty simple. What's got to happen? Kick Kathleen Kennedy out. She was worthless from the start. Get someone new in there. Maybe have a partnership between Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni. Maybe someone will step up. But man, they need a change. They're kind of getting in the right direction. That's because Kathleen Kennedy's like, man, I'm not doing good. What I'm doing, I'm just gonna let Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau take over. And she's smart. I'll give her that. She knows that getting the money in by letting them run the show. But we need something else. You know what I'm saying? We need more stuff that's better, more stuff like Mandalorian. So that's what I think.
So Lara B says, yeah, a little stupid. Palpatine is not so interesting of a figure. I have to say this. Ian McDermott, who plays Palpatine, is very respected. A lot of people love him. And he said in an interview once, and I have, again, I that's also a video. You could look for it if you want. He never thought that being a bad guy would bring so many people to love him. And I said, dude, it's not the character you play, it's who you are. People don't get that. Like when people go after a character, they're just playing a character. They're doing what the writer says. Like, I don't understand why people will go after Kelly Marie Tran, or the guy who played the character that everybody couldn't stand, Jar Jar Binks. Why you would go after him? He just played the character. It's the writer that makes the characters. Oh, people get that.
Yep. They're doing their job. That's what they're doing. It's simple as that.
Who would have been the villain in Colin Trevorrow's episode 9? Kylo Ren. According to Colin Trevorrow, it would have just been him. He would have become the biggest bad guy in the movie. And in fact, he actually, I don't know if any of you read it, but according to the script, Kylo goes back and finds Palpatine's, one of Palpatine's, somebody's master. I think it was Palpatine's master or something like that, which was Plagueis, but I don't know. They made it this oracle or something. So he goes and finds this oracle, and he actually kills him. You know, so he becomes like the biggest Darth Lord.
Here's the problem with that, though. The problem with that is they messed it up in the first sequel trilogy movie by him beating Rey. The moment he got beat by Rey is the moment that they tossed that idea out the window, because people are not going to take him seriously or see him as a big bad if he got, beat up right away at the end of the first movie when she barely had any training. You get what I mean? So
yeah, I know. I agree with you. Chairman says Disney Plus is a joke, in my opinion. Yeah. I understand. I understand how some people feel that way. Steve says Palpatine coming back was done by Kathleen Kennedy to try and get interest in the last movie.
Yep.
So was Billy D. Williams. He tried to get back, people like old timers who loved the first 6 movies. It took several watches for me to complete the movie. It is so disjointed and showed a movie that was bad. Well, again, this goes back to no plan. And JJ did an interview saying, we have no plan. There was no plan. We were just winging it. Why? Because they spent $4 billion and they thought, let's plaster a Star Wars label on the movie.
Yeah.
And everybody's so hyper, they're going to go see the movie, which is exactly why it got $2 billion. Because all the Star Wars fans were dying to see Star Wars again. We didn't want it to end. We loved it. Our passion, our religion, if you will. And they made their money back. But now people are fighting. People are not exactly thrilled over everything. People are worried. Are you going to do well like The Mandalorian? Or are you going to do a horrible, shitty job like you did with the sequel trilogy? So the reason you don't see a Star Wars movie on the big screen right now is because they're scared. But now The Mandalorian's doing well, and the Book of Boba's coming out, and Obi-Wan, they're getting confidence back. So guess what? You will have a Star Wars on the big screen, and it's coming your way probably by 2023, maybe by 2024. Depends on the COVID situation, but it's coming. It's on its way. So it's coming. What it's about, I don't know. I have no clue. But it is coming. George Lucas screwed that all up when he sold Star Wars to Disney. Well, let me explain this, Chairman. He sold it for 2 reasons. He was very close with Disney. If you ever gone to Disney in Florida, there's Star Tours, right? I don't know if it's in California. I've never been there, but Star Tours basically came out before he even sold to Disney. And he had such a good relation with them. And he had Kathleen Kennedy under his wing. He thought, well, I have Kennedy, I have Favreau, I have Filoni. They're going to do it right. So I don't want the fans to have nothing. I don't want to do this anymore. I want to focus on my daughter. I want to focus on the time. He said, what happens? I'm doing the trilogy and I pass on. I don't know what's going to happen in the next 5 or 10 years. What happens if I pass? Well, now the movie dies, right? And I don't want that to happen. And my kids don't want to do it. So I think the best thing to do is to give it to somebody and sell it off and let them continue. And I'm not doing this because of me. He said, I'm doing this for the fans. I want them to have Star Wars still because they want it. And I just can't deliver it. I thought it was a very unselfish move. And you know what? There's no way to predict what Disney was going to do at that moment. If anybody here could have predicted it, then we all would have bitched about it. But we can't. So we could all second guess somebody after the movie's already done. But before the movie's done, how do you second guess someone?
Right.
How do you do that?
I think I personally think what he could have done is he could have put on the contract because he gave them like a script of how he wanted the sequel trilogy to turn out. And what he could have done is he could have been like on the when they signing, you have to follow along what I want done with the sequel trilogy. He could have done something like that, but obviously he trusts them and he considered them friends, so he didn't think to do that. Maybe he should have, to be honest.
Right.
Maybe he should.
Steve said, there are rumors of George Lucas developing a TV series for Star Wars going in the direction he wanted the prequel trilogy to go.
You mean sequel?
What do you think, Luke? I mean, maybe not the sequel trilogy. What do you think?
Would they really give him full reign of that? I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Would
and
Disney?
The thing is,
go ahead.
So I think this like show that he's talking about would probably be like after the sequel. So what if he does something that kind of messes it up? You know, I mean, I'm not sure they'd be really willing to give him full reign. I'm not sure. I don't see it.
Yeah, I don't think so either. And George is going to be like, listen, if I can't do it my way, I'm not going to do it. So I think there's going to be a conflict of interest there because George is George Lucas. Without him, this never exists. So if you don't give him full reign to do what he wants to do, then it's not going to happen because he doesn't want anybody's input. He wants to do it his way. So if he can't do it his way, it's not happening. I agree with Luke. I totally agree with Luke. Majat, who I haven't seen in a while, says, good to see you, my friend. He says, are we all hyped for Ahsoka series soon? I am. Luke, what are your thoughts? Are you hyped?
I would say, yeah, I'm interested in it because we might get to see Thrawn. I just think that we've seen a lot of Ahsoka recently. We've seen her in Clone Wars. We've seen her in Mando. You know, we've seen her in Rebels. So, I mean, I'm cool with the show. I just think we've seen a lot of her. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So, like, I would have liked to see some other characters before her because we've seen her in the spotlight quite a bit recently. But I'm still excited for it. I am. So, and I definitely, if we see Thrawn, man, that's going to be amazing.
Well, listen, for those who don't know, if you watch Star Wars Rebels, you'll know that Thrawn and Ezra, who was a young Jedi in training, Padawan, they got taken somewhere. They were taken, we don't know where. We don't know where they wound up. And that Ahsoka Tano and Hera were going to find them. So it would be interesting to see Ahsoka Tano. We know what she looks like live action, but it'd be great to see Hera live action. It'd be great to see Ezra, Thrawn. I think if we see all of them, that would be amazing. That would be really awesome. And hoping they go that route, but we don't know. I'm just, it's pretty obvious that that's where they should go because that's what the fans want.
Right.
And I think that if they're smart, they continue to give the fans what they want, like Mark Hamill said, which was their biggest mistake that they made. And Lara B says exactly that. They noticed people were not happy, but it's too late. Listen, it's never too late to correct something if you've done something wrong. I mean, like a murder, okay. Listen, there's certain things that, you can't take back. That is really too late. Domestic violence, another great example of that. But, I mean, there are some things like film or a book or a TV show. You can make mistake, and if you see the negativity coming out, like there was a burger place. I can't remember. They put out a new burger, and they stopped the one that people loved. And people were like, well, I'm not coming here anymore because this burger sucks. And if you're not having the burger I came here for, I'm sorry, you're going to lose business. And when that person realized what the customers wanted, you know what he did? What was best for the customer. So he got rid of his sandwich that the people didn't like and brought back the ones that they did like, and the crowd came back. So is it too late to correct something like that? I don't think it is. I think you can come back. The Mandalorian, to me, was proof of that. And if you did not watch people's reaction to the end of Mandalorian, you missed out on a lot. People were crying, literally crying with tears. Not because they were sad, because the emotion, the happiness was so humongous to see a young Mark Hamill again being there. That's what everybody wanted, and Disney delivered. and that set the bar. So I don't think it's over. I think that pumped, the Mandalorian helped pump life back into it, got the bloodstream going. We got the Book of Boba, Ahsoka Tano, we got an Obi-Wan, and we got a movie coming out. So with all that happening, it's still not dead, and it could be alive again if they do it all correctly. And so far, I think they've done a fantastic job. But Luke may disagree with me, so I don't know.
Personally, I think like what you're talking about with the burger joint. Obviously, I think that there'll be some people that won't come back because
Right.
oh, you already messed up. I'm not going to come back. So I think there are some people that are just like, nope, you already messed up. But obviously, I think most people are willing to give it a chance again. I do agree, though. Sequels I didn't like, but what they did with the Clone Wars, I like that. What they did with the Rebels show, some people didn't. I like that as well. I like Rebels. I thought
Me
Rebels
too.
was fine.
Me too.
Mandalorian, I like Mandalorian. So it's basically everything but the sequels I've enjoyed. I've enjoyed Rogue One. I've enjoyed Solo. It's just the sequels that they messed up. So I'm willing to give them the benefit of the doubt that in most things they've done good so far. The only thing that I don't like is the sequels. Bad Batch had, I don't know if you saw that. Did you see Bad Batch?
Yes, I did. I saw it.
It had quite a bit of fillers, so it was it was an all right show, but overall, I think what they're doing is good, and I think Boba Fett will be good. I think Obi-Wan will be good, and I think Ahsoka will be good. So really, it's only the sequels, and they're kind of like trying to hide it, trying not to talk about it, trying to so they are going in the right direction. I agree.
What was I going to say? I got like about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So I was just going to say that yeah, I mean, some things out there, some YouTubers do things as clickbaity. There's some channels that are totally clickbait. They put out rumors, people believe it, people subscribe. Numerous 100. I can't do clickbait stuff. If I did, I'd probably have a ton more subscribers. I'm just not a clickbaity guy. I don't like lying to my community. I don't agree with it. People do that. I don't know how they can be proud of themselves saying my rumor, my source says this. And listen, I can make a ton of rumors, and I probably get thousands of views, and people would watch me. And I just think I can't lie to people. I can't make phony stories, and I can't do that. So I don't know if George is going to come back. Like I said, it's going to be about creative control, and if he doesn't get what he wants, then George isn't going to do it. It's just that's my opinion.
Yeah.
George Lucas should have sold Star Wars to Adam Savage, who worked on Star Wars. I think he would have done a better job. I don't really know that person.
Neither do I, actually. I don't know who that is.
Yeah, I don't either. I like the Solo movie, says Steve. Though I have read a lot of Star Wars fans not. Listen, I could say that Twitter went crazy when they saw Solo. A lot of people did like the movie. It's, I guess, half and half. I liked it.
I did too.
I would have edited certain scenes. I gave it a 3.5 of 5 because there was certain scenes I think that were stupid. And the deleted scene they should have added, which was fantastic. It was a great deleted scene. And if you don't know about it, it was about Han was flying a TIE fighter. And he did something he wasn't supposed to do, which is kind of towards the original. So he kind of did his own thing, and the Empire didn't like that. They're like, no, you do what we tell you to do, not what you want to do. So Han was always a rebellious person. He never wanted to do what anybody told him to do, but what he wanted to do.
Yep.
So I thought that fit his character. That is something that should have never have been deleted. They could have deleted other things, but they didn't.
Like the Chewbacca on Han shower scene, was that really necessary?
I agree. That should have been deleted. I also think that how Han met Chewie could have been different. I think that they could have said, listen, since you don't want to fight, we're going to assign you to torture. You're going to go torture this Wookiee because that's how it happened. And he refused to torture the Wookiee. So what he did, instead of torturing Chewbacca, he took the shock stick or whatever it was, and he hit the commander with it, and he grabbed Chewie, freed him, and they ran. They ran for it and they got out of there.
But I think I would liked that better.
Yeah, me too. So I would have changed how he met Chewbacca as to the book. I don't know. Like the rest of the movie, I really did enjoy. I don't know why people didn't enjoy. I loved it. I thought it gave me a Star Wars feel to it.
Yes,
I was sad that they killed Woody Harrelson's character because I loved his Beckett. I thought Beckett was fucking awesome.
I think it was too. I liked him. I
I
think
think.
he served his purpose. That's why they got rid of him, because he kind of served his purpose.
See, what I would have done was I would have made, well, Han, I had to betray him. How are we going to have a future together as a crew? And Han would have been like, oh, shit. So this was all, I said, yeah, this was all to get us off the ship. Now let's get this the fuck out and let's go. I would have made it like that. Or we'll keep some of it. We'll give them some. We'll split 50-50. That'll be enough for them. And we need some. And Han would have been like, let's go be a crew, And that's how I would have ended the movie. I would have changed it. And then they went to Lando and Beckett would have been there with them. And Beckett would have been like, yeah, I got your back, bro. I got your back. He won't know who I am, And he could have stood behind Lando and kind of gave Han the signal like, hey, like they could have done that. So Han would have won but they didn't do it that way or something like that, I wouldn't have killed this character because I would have made a second movie and I would have made Beckett a part of the crew and then they go to Jabba.
They were going to make a second one, but then it kind of crashed because they're boycotting it because of The Last Jedi.
Yeah, they should have put it out before The Last Jedi. That was their mistake. They made a big mistake with that.
I don't know why they thought that people would like that movie, but they were pretty confident.
Majat says, look what Majat says. He said he liked the shower scene because it shows how they had a trusting relationship.
Listen, I think there's a difference between a trusting relationship and overstepping boundaries. Listen, I trust Rob, okay, but it doesn't mean I'm going to go hop into a shower with him. I mean, like, you get what I'm saying? Like, it's just, calm down, man.
That's a great point, Luke. Yeah.
Exactly. Like, what, Rob, you trust me? Oh, yeah, Luke, let's go hop in the shower. No, man. No.
Oh, I want to know what happens to Kira. Yeah, listen, maybe they'll continue it. There was rumor that Kira will be in the Book of Boba Fett. I've heard it. I don't know how true that is. But it would make sense if Kira and Darth Maul happened to be in the series. The only problem with Darth Maul is that Ray Park did something. I don't remember what it was, but he did something really bad.
Maul can't be in there. Maul's dead.
Oh, right. Yeah. He can't. That's right. Yeah.
He died in Before New Hope, so he can't be in it. Maybe she takes over his stuff.
Maybe. Yeah. Maybe she's the new leader of that group, that crime syndicate. It's true. Yeah, that could have happened. An older Kira. Yeah. Larry says, "I do a shower."
Exactly.
That's funny. If something you say, Majat liked it. Lara B likes Solo. Yeah, I liked it too. I don't see what was so wrong about it.
I thought they were all talking about like, oh, I like the shower scene. I like that. I'm like, okay, guys, all right. I thought they were talking about that.
Yeah, I mean, I like Steve liked it. Yeah, I really liked it too. I think Solo was an underrated movie. I think a lot of people came to Twitter and they're like, you know what? I didn't see it because I was so pissed off at Star Wars with The Last Jedi. But when I did, but now I've watched it, and man, I regret not going to theater. And I can't tell you how many tweets went out about people saying, I regret not going to theater. I regret. Tons of people, but they were so mad, like Luke said, over The Last Jedi, they just couldn't see. That was the problem. That was the problem. Sean says, have you ever seen the fan edit of the Sebastian Stan? Yes, we have. Yeah. Let me tell you something. And I got to end it like in 2 minutes. So, but John, I wish I could get to your comment, but I really can't. I'm kind of, I kind of got to get out of here. But he says real quick, the next time we see Maul after Solos and Rebels, when they go, yeah, I think that's it. Yeah. So, yeah, that's probably it. Crimson, yeah, the Clone Wars that could have been the end of Crimson Dawn when they fought Mandalore. I don't know. That could have been it. Or maybe Kira takes over and we see Kira in the Boba Fett. It's just who knows? I mean, anything's possible. But we'll see. That's it. Anyway, if you haven't subscribed to MMA King, or this guy right here, the Entertainment Crew, who covers a lot of Star Wars.
Make sure to check them out as well, even though you guys are here. I'll post on Twitter the collab, and I'll let people from my fans. I'll let them know about you.
I'll have to check it out, Chairman. I just, I can't check it out now because I'm on my phone, but I wasn't sure. I'll have to check out who Ryan Savage is. I didn't really know. I'll check him out.
Too.
I just, like I said, if you haven't checked out, he does a lot of good what ifs. He does tier things, like who's the hottest Marvel character, who's the hottest,
If you guys enjoy that kind of stuff, come by.
A lot of what if stuff. They play video games. They're playing Battlefield 2, Battlefield 5. I don't know which one.
Battlefield 1, Minecraft, Battlefront, just stuff like that.
Yeah, so you want to have a good time, make sure you check out Entertainment Crew. They got a lot of great videos. I love the editing. I think it's done very well. I think he's just way more subs than what he's got right now, and I hope he does. He's just beat 450, so I'm happy for him. Congrats on that.
Thank you, man.
Hopefully 500, man. We're looking for 500, right? That's the halfway point, man. And so Luke's a great guy. I've known him for years. He used to have another channel called the
Gotta talk about it, but we gotta talk about it, man. That's back in the old days, back in the origins, and it was kind of not so good,
But I've known Luke for at least my 3 years here on YouTube. It's been a pleasure, man. I'm really happy you came on today.
Yeah, I'm glad I got to come on. So I always enjoy whenever we hang out, we do stuff. Yeah, I'm looking forward to do this some more. I hope you get your your PlayStation situation, but I want to play games with you again. I want to collaborate with you. I want to do stuff with you. So I'm glad I got to do that.
I got to work on that. But so much is happening. So I've been kind of so busy.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah. But anyway, like I said, I might just do a mobile stream just because I love Call of Duty on mobile. And people are like, oh, mobile. But I'm telling you, once you get used to it, it's so easy. I mean, I just kick so much ass in it.
I remember back when I first started, before I had a PlayStation, that's what I did. So
yeah, I love it. So I think I'm going to stream a couple of those if I can this week, 1 or 2, because I really want to do it. It's so much fun. But check out Entertainment Crew, please. I ask you, I will stream Johnny Depp tomorrow. I'm going to try 3 o'clock, but I'll officially let you know tonight. We got a lot to talk about. There's a bunch of Johnny Depp shorts will come out. I got 3 videos I got to make. So got a lot going on the channel. Thanks for your support. Please check out the Entertainment Crew. Also, MMA King, if you haven't checked him out. He's if you're into boxing or ultimate fighting or UFC, stuff like that, check out MMA King. And thanks for being here. Thanks for coming. Thanks for your questions. Thanks for your input. Thanks for talking Star Wars. It was fun. Look, I had a great time, man. Thanks for being here, man.
So did I. Thanks for having me. And
I'll watch you on your channel when you go live. Just text me, say, Rob, I'm live. I'll be there, man.
Yep.
And tell Shad his non-appearance was very disappointing.
Okay.
Yeah, I wish he would have talked. I would have loved to get his input on what he thought about Solo and Kira and Palpatine. Maybe you could, So what I'm hoping Luke will do, I'm going to ask him this before I go, is if you'll do the what if Luke and Leia wasn't related. I'd love to see that.
Okay, everyone in the chat, if you want me to do it, spam it, all right? Spam if you want me to do it, and I'll do it, all right?
Do it. And if you could tell Chad, like when you go live, you could ask him what his opinions on the Pope Palpatine thing, Solo, what do you think the Book of Boba Fett? I'd like to know his opinions. I'll jump to your channel when you're live, and I'll check that out. So.
Okay. All right.
Thanks for coming, man. It's fun, man. I really had a great time.
Yeah.
And thanks everybody for being here. The chairman, Steve, LC, Sarah Wells. She said, "Do it." Look, there you go. Do it.
Okay. Make sure to check me out. I'll do it.
Make sure you check out Bajat. Thank you for being here. Also, it's great to see you again. So it's really happy. So anyway, thanks everyone. Be well. Be safe. I love you. I'll see you next time. Check out Entertainment Crew, MMA King. I love you all. Take care. Take care, Luke.
Yep.
Bye.